What up, fish tank people? How about a random fish room in the middle of the week? That's right, it's the sick fish room I took a video of out in St. Louis last year. Debbie and Tom. Debbie's birthday was last week, a little late on delivery for this video. This is an old video, 9 months ago. I know she's been doing some expansion. Her and her man Tommy are mad cool, super nice. And they work together in the aquarium hobby. You don't see that often. If I go to ask my wife about an expansion, she's probably going to shoot me down. These two work together. Check out their fish room. Enjoy. Tank on. What's up, fish tank people? FishTankTV.com. Dawson's Fish Tanks bringing you yet another sick fish room out here in St. Louis. I'm having a riot today. This has been a great day. Check this out. Here we go. Debbie and Tom, try not to hide too much. Chuck, you're always running and hiding. I was going that way. A lot of fun stuff going on. Say hello. Say what's up, fish tank people.
Fish people.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over here and start with the hiding dwarf. What are these dwarf pikes you got in here? Debbie, do you have a lot of named fish? If they're named, you got to come over here and tell me their names.
Well, these guys actually don't have names. They're kind of sickly organized. I'm surprised I haven't named them. These guys are really cool. Soda cichlids. They're from Lake Natron in Africa. They come from this lake that's got a really, really high pH and it gets over 100 degrees. It's fed by sulfur springs. So they live in these really harsh conditions. They're a Cares fish. So they're almost brackish. We put so much salt in the water.
And you already have real hard water here too, right?
We do, yep. And they like it harder.
And what are these guys?
These are our only Central Americans. Well, these are the babies of the Central Americans we had. Herichthys tamasofuensis. The adults came from Rusty Wessel. Nice. They were about that size when we got them.
Oh, and I like the setup here because you guys got what, the 33? What are these? 33s?
33 longs.
So I like the triple stack action you got going on. Easy to get into them.
We just cut the center divides out.
Yeah.
And
it works well.
we don't like 55s, but these are
You don't like 55s?
No.
Yeah, they're a little too tall.
A little too narrow.
A little too narrow. You got a little fry tank going on.
Fry tanks, yeah.
And then we got the Tropius. Which Tropius are these?
Tropius
Maswas. Alright, and these are the ones, same fish, juvenile and adult, right?
Correct.
And then you've got the Juliachromis, help me out.
Transcriptus pembas.
Your entire club. I've seen 4 different tags today with it. So it's a cool fish.
We pass fish around a lot.
I mean, it's awesome though. I'll tell you what though, you're the only one I've seen with, I think, Chuck, did you have any with Tropius? But he has, like, I like the way that, like, just aesthetically that looks with those two together because they got the cool, like, similar patterns, you know?
Uh-huh.
It works.
And these came from Chuck, this colony.
Did they?
They did.
How many you got in there?
I have 22. No idea. 22 adults, I think, and maybe a dozen babies right now.
Now, they're not as big of asses as the red cheeks, right? What's your temperament with the Tropius?
These guys, they are the oldest Tropius in the lake, I believe, and evolutionarily they are the least aggressive, so they get pushed down to the very bottom of the food chain, which is the bottom of the cobble field. Okay. So they can't really compete with, what do people? Petrochromis, the other aggressive algae-eating Taganikans that cohabitate with Tropius. These guys are down low.
More chill.
So they're mellow. They're really chill.
And then what is this down here?
These are trout cichlids, Champsochromis ceruleus. We have a boy and 7 girls, I think, and they just started breeding for us.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll get about a foot, 14 inches, 12, 14 inches when they're adults.
You doing anything to make them breed?
No, just do water changes. Feed them.
How you doing?
Feed them blackworms.
Feed them blackworms. Your whole club does a nice job with blackworms. I need to get some. And then over here, you guys are going to go on a margarita tour. I was telling them that you can wait till you see the severums and festivums you pull out of the Nanai. But yeah, this is a real cool tank too. You got what, 2? What are the names? This tank has some cool names. Come on, give me some names here.
This is Thelma and Louise, the breeding pair of
Thelma and Louise, the breeding pair of severums.
Right. 2 females.
Yeah.
They breed. The Oscars.
That's awesome though, right? What were you saying they do? The one will lay eggs and the other one will just kind of like protect them, even though they're just.
They lay on this rock down
Thelma
here.
and Louise get nasty on the rock, and then you've got a bunch of the.
We've got Cyclosoma amazonarum, Satanoperca. We've got both Geopari and Leucosticta in here.
Geopari are everywhere. You're gonna see them all over. They're cool though.
We didn't expect them to breed in our water, but if we get the RO hooked up, we'll probably move one of the species out. L204 plecos actually thrive in hard water, which is they're called the flash plecos. We've got 4 of them in here. The green terror that just killed his mate, so he kind of got thrown in here as an afterthought. This is Tidbit. Tidbit the Oscar.
And Tidbit replaced who?
Hurley.
Hurley
the girly.
You're the only person I've talked to that has the names and like the emotions of them. Well, I got love for my fish and their personalities, but to have the names, you can tell Tidbit is pretty tight.
All the festivums are little Anns.
Little what?
Little Anns. That was the name of all the babies.
I like the way they just chill in between the.
Yeah,
it looks.
I think they're all chill right now. Then there's Hoplarcus psittacus in here, kind of hiding, and chocolate cichlids.
I see the chocolate over there.
Yeah.
All right, and then over here, this tag really caught my eye, and I've never kept discus, and boy, am I thinking about it. These are hot, and you pick these up because you guys got a solid club here. These are what, a dozen for $100 or something like that. That's a score. What type of discus are they? Do you have any idea on the name?
Allenquer.
And you have hard water, and these are doing just fine.
Yeah, we've got 14
They look
degrees.
really healthy, and I've my beef with discus, and I'm probably take some guff for this, is that they're always kind of little bitches, and they always kind of hide. Like, but these are right in front. These are all about it.
They'll attack you.
Yeah, those are great.
It's just
Like my buddy had some that they just were like not hanging out, but those are all over it. So.
And Rummy-nosed tetras are great dither fish for discus.
Oh, are they? Okay.
I believe
that's good to know.
In the wild, they actually.
They roll together.
Maybe not.
It makes well either way. I mean, your Anubias is looking good, and then you got your water sprite in here.
Mr. Banjo.
Mr. Banjo. Represent Mr. Banjo. Then I want to get low here, because you got a nice school of Coreodoris. What are those? You know.
Those are just the green cories or bronze. I'm not sure. Bronze cories. And I hate to say it because I'm such a softie, but a lot of these were being raised for food for the pikes.
It happens.
Just the baby guppies.
It happens. Look at that.
But we also have some. Gosh, I'm not good with the non-cichlids.
Keeples, Daniels.
Well, yeah, we've got
bunch of
Daniels
this-
and minnow. What are the cloud?
White clouds.
White cloud, yeah, Vietnamese white cloud.
It's a cool little setup. And I misspoke. I thought that wasn't a plongeon. That's a big old crib. I had that wrong. Chuck corrected me. Very cool little setup. We got what, 2 rainbows in there? What's that? Is that what's that back there? That's a
that's a rainbow. That's a Sextilineatus or something.
Nice.
And a Bosemani. He was actually one of the first fish we ever bought. He's about 5 years old.
I was gonna say he's an elder.
Up there.
What we got here?
Elenicara Tumba turkis. They're apparently it was like colored morph in the wild that's been line bred like mad, so you get this turquoise
Liking that though.
color.
And what do we got over here?
These are Dimidicchromis dimitiatus, which is like the Malawi eyebiter, but they only get 6 to 8 inches, not a foot. They're more docile. And the true Trimidicchromis intermedius. So there's a hobbyist version that everybody has that's very much like a hat, pointed nose, and this is the actual true version. This used to be a Lephrinops. You can tell by their blunt nose.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And down below here,
Just juveniles growing out.
The boys.
Lichnochromis acudiceps. Prognathochromis perrieri are actually extinct in the lake. They're from Lake
Really?
Victoria.
That's sad.
One of our speakers came and gave us those. So yeah, just grow up.
And then the terrors.
Yep. Or the false screen terrors.
The false screen terrors?
Not false. What are they called? And do you know a Curriculata?
And then what do we got down here?
Some caps and peacocks.
Cool. I like the peacocks are awesome.
This guy's great. There's one Tanganyikan in here. See that guy with the big schnoz?
Yeah.
When he eats, his mouth extends downwards, and it's like a vacuum. It's the neatest thing to watch. Naphthochromis, Permaxillaris.
And then what do you got in these little, I like these little breeders. I haven't seen these since I was a kid. They got the little bubble up thing. I probably shouldn't be tapping on them, but.
Cycle with the main tank, so water's refreshed constantly.
And just the air pump feeds up. You guys can see that. Those are cool.
Exactly. So these are the trout cichlids, Chempsochromis fruleus. These are Oropharynx, Armaginatus.
And then you switch continents and you roll back to discus.
Back to discus again, yeah. Somebody just gave us these. They were kind of their throwaway discus.
Really?
We're not gonna.
You're not letting that happen, huh?
We're
I mean, these are throwaways. I mean, I see a little ragged fins for the most part. Those look pretty good in the back. Are they just ones they couldn't sell, or what's the deal?
He just breeds stuff like that. And so these are the encore, same as these, but they're the red morph.
Okay. And then I gotta ask, what is your like routine as far as like cleaning? You got some really clean tanks. Like what's your system like? And then what's your advice to like people that are keeping a lot of tanks? You know what I'm saying? Like what's your flow like down here? You got a lot of tanks, you do a lot of cleaning. Like what do you do?
I do 50% water changes every week.
Nice.
All the tanks. I've been told I do too much, and I need to back off by quite a few people. But I figure clean water.
Oh, that's it.
Keep the fronts clean. Don't worry about the sides in the back.
Right.
And yeah,
cool.
That's about it. Just change water.
Great fish room. Thank you so much for your hospitality and showing this all off. This is a lot of fun. So, make it an awesome week, everyone. Tank on.